Yo, what's going on? Industrial Dave is back. Welcome to 6 to 6. Hey, I'm single. Hey, I'm just telling y'all, hey, you want to date a tradesman? Are you sure? You need to think about this, all right? We got our own issues just like everybody else. But I'm telling you, us tradesmen, we're a really good set of guys, all right? Most of us. But on the real, on the contrary, what is it like dating a tradesman? You know, it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? For the ladies, okay? What is it like dating tradesmen? You got two of us, right? You got guys that are gonna spend a lot of money on you, for sure. And then you got the other guys, they ain't gonna spend a dime. They are just penny pitchers because they save it for a rainy day. They're the smart ones, right? Off the bat, they ain't got a lot of time. They're working a lot of hours. A lot, you know? They might be I wouldn't say short-tempered. They just they value their time, for sure. You know what I'm saying? If they're working 60 hours a week, 84 hours a week, and they make time for you, that means they really care. Most tradesmen, they gon' be in 100%. I'm telling you, straight up, they're gonna be in the relationship. They're gonna be in it for you to 100%, right? Now, fortunately, this field does have a really high divorce rate. So if you are, trying to date a tradesman who has been a divorcee, his guard is gonna be up. A lot of times you meet these men and they've already had their stuff taken away in their first marriage. They worked, 15, 20 years, and their wife, got their annuity, got half their annuity, half their pension, the house and the cars. A lot of times, some of these guys, they don't even want to date anymore. They don't want to take the risk. Because they don't want to lose a second time again, and let alone, sometimes, most of the time, the woman took everything and the kids too, right? So it's tough. Some of the guys could be scarred about that. Also, it's better if you guys kind of grow together. If you meet a tradesman and I know this is kind of weird, but if you meet him when he wasn't in the field, right? That way you can grow with him when they get in the field. Because if you meet a tradesman who's already been in the field, you have no idea how it works, right? So you don't know that he might have a good year. He might have, a bad year where he didn't work for a couple of months. You might have met him on the road. Let's say if you meet a nice guy and you guys live in Memphis and it's just butterflies everywhere and just, oh my God, he's the best guy ever. I love him. You have no idea this guy lives in Florida. He is literally just working in Memphis. All right. Hopefully he doesn't have a family out there in Florida, but I'm just saying, when you meet people on the road, that is one thing that you gotta think about, okay? Ask him, do you work here? Do you live here? There is a big difference, right? Some people can't even fathom that. Some people have no idea that just because they meet somebody, they think that they automatically live there. No, it is not the case. So that is a thing that you got to think about. Does the guy live there? Like I said, because of work kind of being up and down in this field, one thing that could be a plus is that when tradesmen go on vacation, they do it big. They say, hey, where you want to go? You want to go overseas for a few weeks? You want to go to, hey, I got my kid's out on spring break. We're going to go to Disneyland or, all that stuff. So, a lot of times guys, they like to go on vacation and do all that stuff that you guys want to do. You know what I mean? So that is, something that could be a plus. What else? A lot of us do eat out. I'm kind of a rarity. I don't cook. I never, like to cook anyway. So I would just kind of go to a restaurant pretty much every chance I got and just get something to eat. But there's a big percentage of guys who would rather have their meals home cooked. But for the most part, a lot of these guys, they just, they're working a lot of hours. They'll just stop and get something to eat, Subway, or they'll go to the Cracker Barrel or whatever, Longhorns, and they'll just get it. So a lot of times they kind of bring that home with them, they're just, because everything's so fast, So you got to kind of differentiate that. You got to have to deal with guys that like to eat out, and vice versa. If you dealing with a guy who is always out on the road, he's gonna want a home cooked meal. again, that's not me. I'm used to eating out, but those are the type of guys that you're gonna meet. This is, dating's difficult, either way, for men and women, but specifically, the guys in the trade, there's a high chance that he could be a smoker. There's a high chance that he could be he could be dipping. That hand, that probably didn't look right on camera, whatever. But there's a high probability that he's probably gonna chew or dip. It is part of it. A lot of smoking. Like I said, for the most part, us guys, they don't have a lot of time, right? They value their time. So if tradesman, if you're dealing with a guy who is working in the field and you're finding out that he is spending the few little hours of the week that he gets off with you, I would be very thankful, because like I said, work a lot of hours, and that's if he doesn't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Like me, it would be super hard for me to date right now. I got so much going on. I'm a full-time single dad. I got the YouTube cracking. I'm a photographer. I got tennis shoes. I do shoe restoration. So just a lot of stuff. And man, I just don't have a lot of time to, you would have to, essentially you'd be mad at me all the time because I'm always working, right? But a lot of guys, they love to provide for their women. They love to be the man of the house and, take care of home and stuff like that. So this is just kind of a heads up. I know it's kind of like a hot topic that's kind of going around and whatnot about the whole relationship deal and all that stuff. Oh, did y'all see that? The spit flew everywhere. That was crazy. But this is kind of a topic, right, that's out there. It's part of it, right? So hopefully, you don't end up like me. Okay. I've been through 2. This is terrible. 2, man. But hey, I'm trying, y'all. I'm really a nice guy. I promise. All right. You guys and gals, leave your comments. Bad comments. Good comments. No comments. Whatever. Leave them in the video right there. Leave them down there. All right. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, it's your Industrial Day. Welcome to 6 to 6. See y'all later and have an industrious day.